What up, yes? What up, y'all? It's your boy SSG Coop, and right now we know we fresh off of work and shit. But while we was at work, we did happen to check out motherfucking WrestleMania 36, night one, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that with this whole the pandemic going now, with the CV going around, most of sports have been shut down, but not WWE. These motherfuckers are legit running shows out of empty venues, and that's what we got last night. An empty venue show in a performance center for WrestleMania. And this show was fucking terrible, as I was to be expected. The build has been fucking terrible for it, and the CV just made it even more terrible. So it was only like 3 things on this show that was actually fucking good. The rest of this shit was like, why the fuck is this on the show? Like, I personally can't find a reason to give a fuck. Like the opening match. You know what I'm saying? Opening match, we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross challenging the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. This match was, I don't know what to say about it. I just know that Alexa Bliss is fucking terrible. The woman cannot wrestle at all, and Nikki Cross always has to carry the match. She has to carry the match, and Alexa gets the credit. I hate that. And once again, WWE, thank you for the 3rd consecutive time that Asuka has been at a WrestleMania. How much further can you bury this woman? How much further? I want to know. Y'all continue to bury this woman. Even though Kairi Sane took the fall, it's going to be recorded at WrestleMania 36 that she lost the tag team championships to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. It was fucking cringe then, and it's cringe now. And I was like, okay, good God. I'm like, this is not a good way to start off this fucking show. It's not. It's not. Drew Gulak and Cesaro really don't give a fuck. Zayn and Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, that right there had everything that at a minimum, 4-star classic should have been between Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn. But it was very underwhelmed, and it really went nowhere. Sami Zayn ended up retaining, which I'm actually kind of excited for, because the whole angle was, oh, Daniel Bryan's going to win the Intercontinental Championship, and then Drew Gulak is going to turn on him, and then we get that feud, which we will get some great technical wrestling out of that feud, but that didn't happen. Instead, they decided to keep the title on Zayn, and I'm actually pretty excited to see what Zayn does going forward as Intercontinental Champion, because he is really an underrated heel. He's very underrated as a heel. I mean, the promo game has gotten better. He does his job perfectly. He wants you to hate his fucking guts, and that's what he goes out there and do. He makes you like, I want to see this little weasel get his ass whooped, like for real, for real. So that happened. What else happened on this fucking show? The Raw Tag Team titles with the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Andrade was pulled out due to a rib injury he had suffered in a tag team match where he teamed with Angel Garza to fight Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. So he got pulled out of the fucking match. And I really didn't even pay attention to this match. I believe the Street Profits retained, but it was like, y'all went and got Austin Theory to take Andrade's spot, which I'm saying is not a bad thing. Austin Theory has it. He has the look. He has a dick attitude. He's great in the ring. I was expecting him to go a little bit more further in NXT, a little bit, but I don't know if he's going to get a direct call up after this. So it could go either way. It could go either fucking way. But I didn't really pay attention to the match because I personally didn't give a shit. It was just, I can't find it. There's nothing, mostly anything on this show I couldn't find a fuck to give. Like, I ain't gonna say it was that bad, but when you ain't got fans in a fucking stadium, that takes away the whole luster and awe and the feel of WrestleMania. And that's what it did. It didn't feel like WrestleMania. I don't know what the fuck I even watched yesterday. I don't. I'm confused. Then, let's see, what else do we have on this god-awful show? We had Shayna Baszler challenging Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. For what it was good, but the ending fucked everything up. Why did Becky Lynch win? Why did Becky Lynch win? Becky Lynch was not supposed to beat Shayna Baszler. That was supposed to be it. Shayna was supposed to get that title because you had this woman go and dismantle every fucking girl on the Raw roster in the Elimination Chamber. That's what, 5 other women. You telling me she couldn't beat Becky Lynch? And I think it's because they said that Vince McMahon ain't exactly high on Shayna Baszler. So he's probably waiting for good old Golden Girl Ronda to come back and then have Becky drop the title to Ronda exposed to Shayna Baszler. This match could have been a decent little 3.5-star thing for the women if it had a better ending. That ending ruined the whole fucking match for me. I don't know about y'all, but it did for me. What else did we have? Next we had the motherfucking what else did we fucking have on this show? The SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which basically was a triple threat ladder match between John Morrison, Kofi Kingston, and motherfucking I don't even know, one of the Usos. I forgot these niggas is twins. I really can't tell one from the other. I'm not racist. But this was fun for what it was. This little triple threat match was fun, and it was spots in there. I'm like, there needs to be 70,000, 80,000 people right here seeing this shit. But instead, we got nothing. It was fun for what it was as far as a ladder match. Not the best ladder match I've seen, but it was still pretty entertaining. That was actually, so you get a thumbs up on that part on one of the show, that the fucking ladder match was good. The ladder match was straight. Then we had Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, you know, the sniveling pussy himself, Seth Rollins. This was a decent match. Like, I've seen these guys work before. Remember when Kevin Owens was the Universal Champion and he was feuding with Seth Rollins? It was okay then, but it seems like it's 100 times better now because Seth Rollins is playing the little prick Weasley heel. He's actually been cutting some the promo work for these shows. That's the only thing. The promo work for some people in these shows have been great. I've loved the interaction between Cena and Wyatt and Taker and Styles, Edge and Orton. Paul Heyman cut a fantastic promo this past Monday. I have asked you to check that out. I do it no justice. Paul Heyman at his finest. This was Paul Heyman at his fucking finest, dog. And then we, what else we had going on this motherfucking show? I was Rollins and Owens. Owens cut a pretty good promo too. This match was straightforward for what it was. And I like how Kevin Owens literally baited pussy ass Seth Rollins to restart the match and got one up on him. The stun that he gave him was fucking terrible though. It was absolutely fucking terrible at the end, but the match itself was decent. Probably the best overall wrestling match on the show. That was probably the best wrestling match on the show. Then we get to this main event. You know, Kevin Owens, he pulled out the win. I still don't know what the fuck these niggas are feuding for, but for some reason they said Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins have some type of feud. That's right. Oh, I forgot a match. But well, I don't fucking care. Elias and Baron Corbin, who the fuck cares? Seriously, who the fuck actually cares about that? That was a waste of what? 2-3 minutes of my fucking life that I want back. Cracking with the car, we'll get the tire, roll up, 1, 2, 3. Really? Fuck out of here. No, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that. Who the fuck actually wanted to see Elias and fucking Baron Corbin? Nobody ever. Fuck them. Fuck them. Then we got the main event, which was the best match of the fucking show. AJ Styles versus The Undertaker in a boneyard match. Now, I want to know, what the fuck? I always wonder, what the fuck is a boneyard match? But it's basically a buried alive match. And it's how they did it was like, they tried to like record it final deletion wise and ultimate deletion wise and all that type of shit. This shit, now this is my opinion. This shit, The Undertaker and AJ Styles bone match was cringeworthy at its finest. This shit was absolutely cringeworthy to me, but I couldn't stop watching. For some reason, my attention was could not avert from what the fuck these two dudes was doing. And then the thing was, how the whole thing started. A motherfucking hearse pull up, right? And a coffin come out. AJ Styles comes out the motherfucker laughing, trolling his ass off. Come on, where you at, big man? Oh, where you at? Come on, what you got? And all that shit. Undertaker rides up, bumping Metallica on a motorcycle. He showed up in the promo, in the build up as Big Evil, showed up to the match as the American Badass. And I thought that was actually pretty appropriate for this alleged boneyard match. So it was really, really funny stuff in this. Like, I can't even describe what the fuck I saw in this match. These niggas is beating each other with a whole kind of shovels and just using a whole bunch of different shit. But it was a part. It was definitely a part where I knew that Gallows and Anderson was gonna step in. But I was like, Undertaker finna beat their ass too. He threw one of their ass off the top of a barn. I don't even know how the fuck they got on top of a damn barn, but they got up there. One of them got thrown off, the other got tombstone. Then AJ Styles himself gets tombstone off the fucking barn onto the wooden planks, and that was it. So Undertaker drags AJ Styles to the burial hole. Know what I mean? And then, AJ Styles started begging for forgiveness, like, no, and just tell him, like, man, what's my wife's name now? And what you sorry for and all this shit like that. So, I guess AJ Styles must have stood up, and I think he must have either kicked him, and I think he ended up getting knocked back into the hole, and Undertaker proceeded to literally bury AJ Styles. Like, when the shit was done, all you see is this nigga's phenomenal glove sticking out of the fucking ground with a tombstone that says Alan Jones, 1977 through 2020. I'm like, damn. Like, that was the funniest. It was funny. That's the whole thing. I wasn't expecting to be a fucking, 4-star classic or bar burner between two tactical wrestlers. It was fun for what it was. And that actually becoming, I wouldn't save the show. It damn sure didn't save the weak ass show, but it made the show somewhat. It ended the show on a good note. But the only thing that got me with it was this whole WrestleMania thing. They kind of, I think they did this backwards. But at the same time, I'm not mad that Taker and Styles ended the show. I thought on night one it was either gonna end with Edge and Orton in the Last Man Standing match, or possibly Goldberg and Strowman, which was fucking terrible. Oh yes, by the way, if you do not know, Braun Strowman is now the new Universal Champion. Why and how? This man just got mauled by Cesaro, Nakamura, and Zayn and lost the Intercontinental title. And he's automatically granted a world title shot because Roman decided to pull out of it? That's some bullshit. That's some absolute fucking bullshit. Number one, Goldberg shouldn't even have the fucking title to begin with. The Fiend Bray Wyatt should have beaten him at Super Showdown. And then you could have still did Cena and Wyatt for the title. It would have made that match that much better. And you could have had still Goldberg and Reigns, if that was the whole thing to do, if Reigns still wanted to stick around. And then I say, if Reigns didn't pull out of WrestleMania, you should have might as well pull Goldberg out of WrestleMania. WrestleMania don't need fucking Goldberg. Like, this shit was terrible. I think what the fuck is that? I think this nigga, Braun Strowman, ate about 4 spears. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just took about maybe 2-3 power slams from Braun Strowman, and we got a new Universal Champion. You sacrificed Bray Wyatt, one of the most over characters, someone who can wrestle, for this big 7-foot, 350-pound, can't wrestle a real match gimmick ass Braun Strowman. Just let that sink in. There's a big oath as our Universal Champion, and for what fucking reason? That's all I want to know. For what fucking reason? For what reason is Braun Strowman the Universal Champion? Now, getting back to the match order. Like I said, I was expecting Edge and Orton to end night 1. But it seems that night 2 is going to end with Lesnar and McIntyre. Everyone wants Drew McIntyre to get this title, but you know, Vince McMahon is a Weasley son of a bitch, and this nigga might just say, fuck it, we're gonna have Brock go over. It's like, it could change at the drop of a dime. Like, night 2, I'm scared to see what the fuck happens in night 2. Most of the shit outside of Orton and Edge and McIntyre and Lesnar, I really don't give a shit about anything else. I want to give a shit about Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, but it's something in me that tells me this is nothing but the appropriate burial procedures that we are finna use for Rhea Ripley. Like, there is no logical explanation any motherfucker can give me and say Charlotte deserves to win the NXT Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Why? Why? Does she not have enough accolades? She main evented WrestleMania last year. She became the new inaugural Women's Championship at, WrestleMania 32? I mean, there's nothing. She stopped the undefeated streak of Asuka. What else do you want this girl to do at fucking WrestleMania? Please, if like y'all have been pushing Rhea Ripley in the most cringe-like fashion, where she had come out like her whole music theme would play. She comes out there, do her little stomp and everything, to cut a promo to interrupt somebody, and I'm saying, like, what the fuck is this girl doing? Why she ain't just run to the ring and start whooping ass? Like, what the fuck is she doing? I don't want to say it was a political agenda for Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley was holding it down during the fall time of 2019. They had booked her and built her to the point where she had to beat Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's title. Now, my whole aspect was this, because I really wanted to see this shit happen. So, Rhea Ripley's last takeover opponent was Bianca Belair. And she beat Bianca Belair. That's fair. Bianca Belair was still having problems with Charlotte. And they had a match on NXT in which I fucking shook my head like, why? Why did you have Charlotte go into NXT and beat Bianca Belair? To make her look credible for Rhea Ripley? Charlotte's credible in any fucking where she goes. Y'all gonna make it look like that. So, it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, it should have done it like this, because I would have tried my damnedest to get Bianca into that. Because Bianca, for some reason, it's like, why don't these motherfuckers want to see Bianca with the NXT Women's Championship? I would have done it like this. I would have had Bianca go over to Raw and challenge Charlotte and beat her on her own turf, and then gets put in the match. And I would have Bianca go over, pinning Rhea Ripley. Pinning Rhea Ripley, not Charlotte. You can still protect your precious Charlotte, and then you can continue Charlotte and Rhea's feud through the remainders of the first part of the year when they decide to restart. This whole CV, because I don't think they're going to keep doing shows like this, because they're not making no money from this shit. They're not making no money from this. I think after to Sunday, y'all need to take a break until this whole shit with the world, you know, when this whole shit kind of passes through a little bit. That's the wisest thing I say that should be done. But who knows? And what else we got that's coming on tomorrow? The fucking Fatal 5-Way for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We got Bayley, Sasha Banks. Who else is in there? Tamina Snuka. Why the fuck is she in there? Why is she even here? Tamina Snuka is fucking god awful. We haven't seen her in about over a whole fucking year. And all of a sudden she comes back and she's put in a title match? Why? Makes no fucking sense. Who else is there? Naomi and Lacey Evans, who was also fucking terrible. I'm like, why is she getting a title match? Wasn't she the second to last person Bayley beat for the title? The fuck is she getting a title shot for? It makes no sense. Naomi, she gonna get her day. She's gonna get her day off. Dana Brooke was supposed to be in this, but everybody with a working brain should know Dana Brooke is fucking terrible. Don't get me wrong. I love the attitude that she has, that she does love the business, but she's not good. Everybody say, man, she does a push. Why would you push her? She's not good. Just because she can do a somersault and a fucking senton doesn't make you a good professional wrestler. It doesn't. It doesn't. I respect the fact that she's very dedicated to the business. I understand that she wants to show everyone she wants, but fans don't give a fuck about Dana Brooke. The fans haven't gave a fuck about Dana Brooke for about the last 3.5 years. Dana Brooke finally got an initial pop back in, I want to say 2017, when she was Charlotte's lackey and she snapped. That was the first fan favorite pop she had got. And at that time, I'm thinking maybe they should pull the trigger on her now, and try to give her a little mild push. Because she definitely got a pop from it. The last time I've seen her get a pop, I think was when she was in her hometown. That was it. Other than that, and apparently she had to get pulled out because she was feeling ill and she's in quarantine like Rey Mysterio. Buddy Murphy is also was also pulled off the show. Oh, there's a lot of people that was pulled off the show. You know, Roman Reigns, I'm not mad at Roman for pulling out of the show, you know, because his immune system, you know, we all know the man had leukemia, and I know this shit fucks with him. He's like, I'm not doing this. And then he see the Miz got sick, so I understand I'm not against him for going by something he believes in. But WrestleMania has already seen, just because of the CV, that this was going to be the worst WrestleMania. This is going to be the worst WrestleMania of this decade. Right now. Remember this. Remember that date. April 5th, 2020. Worst WrestleMania of the decade. I bet you next year's WrestleMania will be better than this. I bet you the WrestleMania after that will be better than this. This shit has been fucking terrible. And then the thing is, what are they going to do when this shit does blow over? I bet knowing Vince McMahon, he's going to start trying to sell tickets quickly. But you're going to think, who want to fucking go to a wrestling show after all this shit blowing? Niggas is going to be paranoid about that shit. And also, because of he's not making money, please believe it's going to be some talent cuts. So don't be surprised if a motherfucking undercard guy, when I say an undercard, not make an undercard guy gets cut. I'm talking like a Ricochet, like a Cedric Alexander. You know, guys like that. Guys like that. Now, there's also some other shit I wanted to touch on. Like some other shit I wanted to touch on about how WrestleMania could have been booked. Coming out of the Elimination Chamber and Super Showdown. Like I said, Bray Wyatt should have beaten Goldberg and go on a feud with Cena. But you still could have had an easy fix rather than going with Braun fucking Strowman. You could have put Cena, but even though I think that would have taken a little way. I would have done it this way. I would have had Cena and Bray Wyatt on night one, and I would have had them have a number one contenders match. And the next night, that person faces Goldberg. Bray Wyatt gets his win over John Cena and beats Goldberg in the same fashion Goldberg beat him and regains the Universal title. Simple. Or I've heard a few people say this. I said this motherfucking last year at the Royal Rumble. At the Royal Rumble last year, I said this. Okay, y'all. I even put that on Instagram. I put a picture of a certain NXT superstar, and I was like, WWE always has trouble, I guess, creating new styles or what the fuck. So I'm like, you want to create a new style? Have Matt Riddle win the Royal Rumble and have a feud with Goldberg. Goldberg right now is the Universal Champion. You didn't think for a second to put Matt Riddle in that position, knowing these two actually have real life heat, and y'all can actually draw into that. People love Matt Riddle, and it's like, I guess to manage, all they see is him. He's just the weed smoking bro. But man, the man will put on a very good quality match, even with Gil Goldberg. I guarantee you, Matt Riddle will bring Goldberg to literally the best wrestling match of his fucking life. And I'm not even, and you can quote me on that. That would have been a way better move. Because right now, they don't need motherfucking Goldberg. They don't. And just like, they would have already put an investment into motherfucking Matt Riddle. But then again, I'm like, They could have even put Keith Lee in there. They could have had Keith Lee lose the North American Championship this past Wednesday, and all of a sudden you could have thrown him in the mix because Roman Reigns wanted to work Keith Lee and Goldberg. That would have been fun. These are two big motherfuckers on this. You talking about this is exactly what a heavyweight championship match should look like. But no, WWE doesn't want to do anything interesting or make anything fun, so they just do this. It was just uncreative. WrestleMania 36 Day 1 was very uncreative, very underwhelming. And I ain't gonna say that the boneyard match saved the show, but it was a damn good way to end the show. That was a damn good way to end the show. I was so thinking, I'm like, if Orton and Edge don't end this show is a colossal fucking failure. But then I almost forgot. We got Styles and Taker. Styles and Taker to end night 1 in the main event. I'm okay with that. Now for tomorrow, I hope the women's match needs to open the fucking show. That needs to open the show. That because we get that bullshit out the way now. But then again, I would not be mad if Orton and Edge open the show. I wouldn't be mad if the Funhouse match opens the show. I want to see what the fuck that is. I want to see, is it going to be like that what we seen out of the Taker Boneyard match where it's shot like that in the Funhouse? Like is John Cena going to fight both Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, and The Fiend? I want to see how it's going to be done. That's the only thing I want to see how this Funhouse match is going to be done. Bray Wyatt needs to win that match. He's got to get he's got to get that back down pat. But outside of that, let's see what else is on the and Lesnar and McIntyre. And that should be it. That's it. That's it right there. Ain't nothing else on WrestleMania that even says WrestleMania. This whole thing has been terrible for professional wrestling. It's been terrible. Like, the one thing I was looking for of all professional wrestling this whole entire fucking season, this little spring season, was the fucking the New Japan Cup. I was looking forward to that, the New Japan Cup. I had Will Ospreay going to win that. I had him winning that. They canceled that. Well, now, something also has been meaning to go back and watch, because I actually go back and watch, but can finish up what I was watching Stardom Cinderella tournament. And I'm like, this could be fun. Because one thing, I love tournaments, and two, Stardom does have some pretty fly ass chicks that get down with the get down. Mayu Iwatani, Momo Watanabe, thick ass Jamie Hayter. Oh my god, thick ass Jamie Hayter. Man, that's some good shit right there. They got some girls in there that look like it's finna go good. I forgot, I think I was on the third or fourth match. I don't remember. But that was what I was last watching. And they had a venue with people in it, but it didn't have that many people in it. So I'm gonna actually go back and watch that. But anybody, if you have any type of even thoughts to watch WrestleMania 28, let's get straight to the main event. Because I know some of you probably don't give a shit about Rollins and Owens or the ladder match, but I'm telling you, the Boneyard match is definitely worth seeing. It's cringe, but it's not cringe in a bad way. It's cringe as in, I found the shit fucking hilarious. That's just me. That is just me. So, that's our little review wrap up shit, I guess. No, we wasn't really going to go too far in detail with this shit, because it's really not worth our time. Even though we did just spend down there a half an hour talking about this shit. But that's all we going to get. Shit. Did you see last year's WrestleMania video I did? I think I went almost 50 minutes in that motherfucker. I'm actually going to go back and listen to that one, just to see what the fuck I said. That was a preview and predictions for that. So, other than that, definitely, hands down, worst WrestleMania of this decade. And the new decade just started. Mark this down. 2020, worst WrestleMania of this decade. WrestleMania 36, night 1, that's in the record books. We're going to see what they do at night 2. I don't care about the kickoff show matches. Most of this, like I said, most of this show in general, I do not give a fuck. I just want to give you my thoughts on this. Right about now, if everything was okay, I would be reviewing TakeOver Tampa. I would have TakeOver Tampa predictions video up and all that. We were doing TakeOver Tampa, which we probably would have gotten Gargano and Ciampa in a Hell in a Cell match or some crazy shit like that. They already did a last man standing match. They did the Chicago street fight. They did an unsanctioned match. Well, the last thing these niggas can viably do is step in a Hell in a Cell, or if you want to do the 3 stages of hell, I will do the 3 stages of hell and make the last one a Hell in a Cell. You know, regular wrestling match, then and then probably like a Falls Count Anywhere match, and then the fucking Hell in a Cell itself. But I don't know, all these events are getting pushed back. Like, this whole weekend was fucked for every wrestling company out there, and I feel for y'all. Because I know around this time House of Glory has a show. I know around this time, did I just miss the train? Yeah, I just missed the fucking train. What's the fucking matter? Around this time also, the Supercard of Honor. The Supercard of fucking Honor. Now, last year, the Supercard of Honor was better than motherfucking WrestleMania. Don't at me, because it was. It was. MSG turned that bitch up. What? Man, I'm for everybody that's, that is a professional wrestler, I hope y'all doing something to stay safe. I see a lot of people that were professional wrestlers. They be going live now, just dicking around. I just seen Will Ospreay and B. Priestley on bumping the John Cena's theme song on Instagram live. I see people, but I understand that motherfuckers want to get back to work and get back to square one and really just hold this shit back. This shit fucks everything up. This shit fucked everything up. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna take my ass on. I was actually supposed to bend back, but I had some dumb shit going on. I still had the keys to the spot at work, and I had to go back and get that motherfucker. So then once I went back to the train station, they told me I had to wait 18 minutes to re-swipe my car. So I was like, okay, I can take this time to do this little review, and we'll do it from there. We'll do it from there. So what did we get out of WrestleMania 36 Day 1? The continued burial of Asuka. The rest in peace sign can also be put up for Shayna Baszler for her main event run. For her main event, her main roster run, and a literal rest in peace to AJ Styles. I don't know, so, but we gonna see what happens in this night too. If y'all like this video, man, give that young video a thumbs up, click that share button, and I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk. Cause I'm pretty sure everyone, I ain't putting out wrestling video. I haven't put a wrestling video out since my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. So basically my thoughts on WrestleMania 36. But anyway, y'all, I'm SSG Coop. I'm gonna get at y'all niggas later, man. Everybody have a good Sunday, man. Wash your hands, stay safe. I'm gonna get at y'all later. Peace.